Hello, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be singing a song called The Church in the Wildwood. It was written by William Pitts, and it's interesting the story that is behind this song. William Pitts was traveling and went to Iowa, and during a stagecoach stop along the way, he walked in the areas surrounding the stagecoach landing and found this beautiful spot right along the edge of a stream, and he thought, what a wonderful place for a church. And so he that thought never left him. And so he wrote the song called Church in the Wildwood. And then later went back to the spot with his wife after he'd been married and actually found a church there that was being pastored by a gentleman named J.K. Nutting. And then the church was painted brown because that was the cheapest paint that you could purchase, was brown paint. And then Pitts went on to teach singing at the Bradford Academy. He sold the rights to the song Church in the Wildwood for $25 and then moved to Chicago and started medical school. And so he went on to be a physician. And then eventually the church closed. It was a place in Iowa. The church closed due to lack of attendance, and then a preservation committee was founded to revitalize and to bring the church back to the community. And so the church was closed for a bit and then it reopened again. And this kind of reminds me actually of the little country church that we attend. The church had been a Methodist church, closed for a period of time because of lack of membership. And then the church was picked up by a pastor and planted as a Baptist church. And then it went on for 5 years. And then now after that, it's been on for 10 years. But it's a little white church in the country, and you'd miss it if you blinked. But it's right along the edge of a stream, and it's kind of tucked back off the road. And we call that our little church in the Wildwood. But anyways, this song is called There's a Church in the Wildwood. There's a church in the valley by the wildwood, no lovelier spot in the dale. No place is so dear to my childhood. It's a little white church in the vale. Change the color. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Come to the church in the vale. There's no spot that's so dear to my childhood as a little white church in the vale. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood, to the trees where the wildflowers bloom, where the parting hymn will be chanted. We'll weep by the side of the tomb. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Come to the church in the vale. There's no spot that's so dear to my childhood as the little white church in the vale. How sweet in a clear Sunday morning to listen to the clear ringing bell. Its tones so sweetly are calling. Oh, come to the church in the vale. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Come to the church in the vale. There's no spot that's so dear to my childhood as a little white church in the vale. From the church in the valley by the wildwood, when the day fades away into night, I would fain from the spot of my childhood wing my way to the mansions of light. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Come to the church in the vale. There's no spot is so dear to my childhood as a little white church in the vale. As you see, I changed the words a little bit to fit our little church in the vale. But anyways, I just want to thank the Lord that there are those little conclaves, those little places out in the middle of nowhere where the Lord is doing a work and he has faithful people. I think about in the military, you have trench warfare and each group is in their trench And sometimes they probably feel like they're alone because they can't see the other people who are battling with them. But the Lord's got plenty people out there who still love the Lord and who still serving him in these little churches and these little enclaves out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm thankful. We tease that the zip code of our church is EIEIO because we live out in the middle of cattle ranging country, lots of dairies and milk farms around us. And so it is a country church, but boy, what a blessing we have. The Lord comes and meets with us, and it's a really encouragement. So I pray this has been a blessing to you today, and I thank you for joining me. Please leave a like, a subscribe, a comment. I just want to see if this is actually reaching people and if their people are being encouraged by what's being brought forth. So I thank you again for joining me, and I pray you have a great day. Bye.